So Amber shared with you guys at our PartnerCon presentation that I keep a clean desktop, and I think some of you guys may have even laughed. But it is true, and though it may seem a little bit weird and a little bit OCD, I do attempt to keep a clean desktop. I think it's smart to do so that you don't have any kind of distractions from getting your tasks done throughout your workday, to keep that clean desktop, to keep a clean workspace. And so it's something I'd encourage you to do, but I just wanted to share with you guys how I managed to do that and the really simple system that I have in place that helps me do that. I'm going to double click on my hard drive here, and yes, it is a different icon. You can change your icons. But I click on my hard drive, and in my hard drive there's a folder called HP Jobs, or Hollerith Photography Jobs. Anything related to business goes into that folder. And then I have a system of subfolders that I'm going to tell you about just a little bit here so that you understand how I have it all broken down. The backup folder is pretty self-explanatory. Anything that goes to our external and on-site backup drives goes into that folder so that I remember to take care of that. The client PDF folder, that's my receipts from payments, wedding consultations or questionnaires prior to a wedding, contracts, anything that I can convert to PDF format related to our client. I'm going to try to do that. In fact, we haven't had real folders for any of our clients since, well, almost a year ago. And I think this is a great way to handle the files. It's easy to back up, and I can even copy wedding questionnaires over to my PDA to take with me to the wedding. So I have that information with me. But so that's what the client PDF folder is for. Client to-do folder, any jobs that I have to work on for clients. In my case, I don't do a lot of image editing. Most of that is done by Amber. But engagement sessions or individual prints that I have to process go into that folder. Hollerith Photography 2007, this is basically, it's kind of a general folder for anything connected to our business and marketing. So whether that's logos or images of Amber and I for bios or whatever the case, marketing materials, those types of things go into the Hollerith Photography folder. And then the Hollerith Photography docs, pretty straightforward, but I'll actually show you what's in that. We actually have our documents broken down into administration, business planning, contracts, prices, resources, and I have a few loose ones that didn't quite fit into a real definable category or a good general category. But most of the documents are broken down into these categories, into subfolders. And so, for example, my price folder is going to have price sheets for our lifestyle baby sessions, portrait and event, weddings, print prices. And but by having everything in this one place, it's easy to find. I know that I can back the files up if I've updated them. And so again, it's just a good way to keep everything organized. Come back here, blog images that we upload to the net. Every once in a while, you might need to go back and reference them, or drag one into an iChat session or email something to somebody. So I go ahead and keep my blog folder on my desktop and accessible. And here's the image files. And then I actually have other blog folders from earlier within the last probably year to 2 years in here, so I can access those images if I want to as well. And then on-site backup drives. This is actually a cool thing. I've mapped out and saved in PDF format all of the information on our on-site backup external drives, and so I can actually do a spotlight search and reference anything that's on those drives, which works out really nicely. And you'll see those, all of the drives 1 through 8 are all listed here. PDA share, these are any files that go to my phone that sync to my PDA or my phone. Personal backup, pretty self-explanatory. Photo education, these are videos such as the one that I'm doing now to try to help photographers out, or if there are images that I use in a blog post to help photographers. That type of stuff is going to get saved in this folder. Photographers edit. I'm not going to say a lot about this. This is actually kind of the first time that I've even mentioned the name in public, but that's a new project that we're working on and hopefully going to be releasing soon. So surprise, surprise. And then Photographer's Office, you guys know that's a project that is ongoing and kind of something that we've continued to work on in the background. But again, files connected to Photographer's Office, whether it's tutorial videos or screenshots or images connected to the product, documents connected to the product, whatever the case, that's the Photographer's Office folder. Photoshop Actions, pretty straightforward. And again, it's easy for me to be able to keep everything right here, so that in case somebody wants a copy of an action that I've created, I can send that to them. All of that's easily accessible and easily backed up. Photographer's office consultation, something that we're going to be doing more and more of in the future, is consulting work with photographers in developing their business and their workflow. And so all those consultations, the documents from those are going to go in that folder. Presentations, such as a PartnerCon presentation, all of those go here. And then QuickBooks backup files from QuickBooks is the purpose of that folder there. And then slideshow music. It's pretty self-explanatory. The files, music files for slideshows, is kept in that folder. I do back up a select few files on a regular basis using the backup feature that comes with the Mac and our .Mac account. And if I remember correctly, those folders are the Holworth Photography 2007, the Documents folder. I think I've also added in there QuickBooks as well as our presentations. And particularly when it comes to something like presentations, if I'm on the road, my computer gets lost, and I have to do a presentation, I could be in a lot of trouble. But in this case, now my presentation is backed up to the .Mac account, and all I have to do is use somebody else's computer, download the file, and I can do the presentation on their computer. So that works out well. I hope that wasn't too long. I just wanted to kind of give you guys an overview of how I manage my desktop and information or files on my computer. If you've got any questions, feel free to email us, and hope you guys have a great day.